What's up, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Handles. My name is Lorenzo, and today's story is titled Life's Lunchbox. So before we get into the story, don't forget to subscribe to this channel, and if you already have, don't forget to share some of the stories that have already come prior to this one. What if I told you the lunchbox you had as a child can add more value to you as an adult? Stick with me. I'll explain everything. Everyone has a grip on life. Everybody feels like they have a handle. Afraid to share the mistakes. The stories are what connect us. They are the key. We're running out of time. So as a child, my favorite lunchbox was my Alf lunchbox. And don't act like you don't know who Alf is, right? Let's not go through this. Let's not get this a little bit off topic. Alf, you know who he was. Outer space, hairy brown alien, came down, family took him in. You know how the story goes. Let's just please don't act like that, right? Nevertheless, I had an Alf lunchbox. Red, picture of him on the front. Took it everywhere. Elementary school, let's not get crazy. Didn't have it in middle or high school. Just elementary. Nevertheless, took it everywhere with me. But it wasn't about the lunchbox. No. Not for me. It wasn't about the lunchbox. It was about everything that was in that lunchbox. You see, my parents, they put everything I could possibly ask for in that lunchbox. And I knew as long as that bad boy was full and it had everything I wanted in there, it was going to be a great day. Now, my specific items in my lunchbox consisted of 5 things. One being some type of sandwich. Maybe a burger, hot dog, preferably a sandwich. Peanut butter and jelly if you don't mind. More peanut butter than jelly. Because if you have extra jelly, then stuff gets everywhere, it gets messy. Not about that life. Second item in the lunchbox, chips. My favorite kind of chips, Lay's. Of course, you can't eat just one. Loved Lay's. Favorite chip. Third item in the lunchbox, not normally my favorite, but some type of vegetable or fruit. Normally like a fruit cup or something to that extent. We can skip that. Fourth, favorite in the box. Some type of snack, some candy or cookie of some sort. Best part, that was number 4. And fifth, let's wash it down, right? Gotta have some kind of drink. And my favorite drink still to this day as a grown adult, Hi-C. Hi-C orange to be exact, but any type of Hi-C preferably. That's what it looked like. That's my Alf lunchbox. That's my 5 items that I would have in there, if not more. And of course, my parents would hook me up. But this specific day I get to school, I go through my first part of school as everybody else would in elementary, and I get to lunch. And specifically at the lunch that we had in that specific school I was in at the time, you had an option. You guys probably went through the same thing. You could either eat whatever the school provided for that day, trays like you're in prison, they dump some stuff on there, give you a milk carton, tell you to stay healthy, have a good day. Or you could bring your own lunch. And I just told you what I like to do. So I sit down with the fellas, sit down with the team, sit down with my friends, open up the lunchbox, start having conversation, we're laughing and giggling. I grab my first item. You know what it is, some kind of sandwich. Look at it, it's a sandwich. I open it up. This is ham and cheese. I don't want no ham and cheese. It's supposed to be peanut butter or some kind of jelly in here. Ham and cheese. So I start to bitch and moan about it. All my friends can hear, right? Ham and cheese? I don't want ham and cheese. So one of my partners at the end of the table says, man, that's my favorite. I'll take it low. Pass it down to him. Let me go to number 2. Number 2 is my chips. Can't go wrong there, right? We know I like Lay's. I pull out my chips. Get some Cheetos. What, I got Cheetos? I don't eat Cheetos. They get messy and I don't want Cheetos. Got another friend at the other end of the table says, oh my gosh, Cheetos make my day. You got Cheetos, Lo? I'll definitely take those. Pass those down. Third thing thing, we know we were going to pass out, right? Some kind of fruit vegetable or fruit cup or combining the both. It doesn't matter, right? Nevertheless, I had a fruit cup. Peaches. I didn't know I wasn't going to like peaches back then, but I like them now. That's not important. Peaches? I don't want peaches. What am I going to do with these peaches? Partner sitting right next to me says, "Now I like peaches. Enjoy." Okay, I'm down to 2 items. And I can't get these last 2 wrong, right? There's no way we can get these last 2 wrong. My snack, some type of candy or cookie, right? I enjoy that. The problem is, while I'm eating my cookie, sure tastes soggy. Sure tastes like it's been in here for a while. This is horrible. Oreos don't taste like this. Anybody else want these Oreos? Somebody on the other side of the table says, "Oh my gosh, Oreos, I would die for Oreos." Pass that down. Not a good trend so far. I've got 1 item left. That 1 item, we all know what it is, right? What is it? It's my drink. I told you what I like to drink. Everybody knows what I like to drink at this point. My parents knew what I like to drink. I pull out the drink, and it's a Capri Sun. Cherry. I don't want no cherry Capri Sun. I want a high C orange. Everybody knows I want a high C orange. I don't want a cherry Capri Sun. Somebody in the table in the back says, "Oh my gosh, I forgot my drink, man. I'll gladly take that." Pass it down. So now I'm sitting here. Empty lunch box. I close the top. I'm looking at Alf. Him and I are just having a conversation about how my parents could get this so wrong. Like, what the hell could have gone so wrong for us to miss everything that I normally eat for lunch, especially the things that I like? I could have got away with a few things, but come on. We're missing out on all 5? No, something's not right. I was so frustrated, I wasn't even hungry anymore. Empty lunchbox. Might as well go put this in the locker. It added 0 value. So now in the back of my mind, before I go to recess, I'm telling myself I can't wait to get home to have a conversation with my parents about someone changing out my lunchbox. Because it could have happened that maybe they took my sister's lunch and put it in this one. Maybe that's the excuse. Whatever it is, this isn't going well. Bell rings. Let's go play wall ball. Get my mind off of it. After school, my father picks me up. I get in the car, put on my seatbelt. We start riding. He says, "Hey son, how'd school go today?" I said, "Dad, I'm glad you asked. How did school go?" "That was horrible, Dad." He said, "What happened? Was it sports, some of the grades? Like, what's going on?" I said, "Lunch, Dad. You know what was in my lunchbox today? Me and Alf had all of the wrong things in there." He said, "Tell me about it." I said, "I got a sandwich that was a ham sandwich, right? And you know I don't want no ham sandwich, Dad. And then I got Cheetos. Dad, you know I like Lay's. Bet you can't eat just one. And then I had a fruit cup. All due respect, Dad, I normally give that away. So that's all good. But then I had some cookies that were soggy, that were Oreo cookies. Come on, Dad. They're soggy. And then I had my drink. You would think I got that one right, Dad? No. My drink was a Capri Sun cherry flavor. Dad, you know I like high C, so I don't know what's going on. Like, is Mom off kilter? Like, what's happening right now?" My father just takes a second and he continues driving down the road and he says, "Well, I hear you, son, so what did you do with all your food?" I said, "Well, hell, Dad, I gave it away. All the other kids were excited to get it. I was telling them what I had, and all of them were like raising their hand wanting all of it." I get you. He said, "Well, do you want to know what I ate for lunch today?" I said, "You had a shitty lunch too, Dad?" Yeah, let me hear it. He said, "No, son, I didn't have lunch at all. I worked straight through so I can come pick you up on time." Okay? Sorry to hear that, Dad. He said, "You want to know what your mother had for lunch? Because I called her at lunchtime to check on her." I said, "Mom had a shitty lunch? Love to hear it." He said, she got some chips out of the machine down the hallway from where her office is. That's all she had. And she's going to work overtime, so she won't be home when we get there. She probably won't get home until you go to sleep. So that sucks, Dad. Yeah, it does, son. Up to that point, I never realized how much of an impact lunch alone could have on someone's life. I'm not the most religious person out there. Most of you already know that from hearing other stories that I've already told. But I will tell you this. I'm a huge believer in all of us coming here with a specific set of skills, talent, or gift. Or, to base it off this story, items that we have in our lunchbox of life. Some of us embrace the skills and the talents that we have and the gifts that we have. Some of us embrace them to the point where we even share those gifts or share those talents and even sharpen them at times and allow other people to enjoy the same gifts that we have. And then there's others like myself that have made the mistake of ignoring those skills, complaining about them, trying to remove those talents, and in some cases even willing to give away those gifts. Not even knowing that the people we come in contact with on a daily basis, the ones we interact with and try to make an impact with, would love nothing more and would desire nothing more than the opportunity to switch lunchboxes with us. I don't know what you're eating for lunch today, but enjoy it. I'll catch you guys next time, right here on Handles.